Welcome to the NEPA Scene Podcast. This is episode 17. We're coming to you from the Stewed at 25/8 Studios in Scranton. Yeah, that's right, the Stewed. I'm Rich Howells. I'm the founder and editor of NEPA Scene.
I'm Mark Dennebaum. I run 25/8, and unfortunately, we don't have Lauren or Jim today because I think they hate me.
Yeah, we're fending for ourselves because apparently Mark is a dick.
Yeah, we don't have the voice of reason, and we don't have comic relief, so we're in big trouble.
Right. But thankfully, we do have photographer Jason Riedmiller here as our guest.
And
Say
Tom
hi.
Jr.
You waved.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, Tom Jr., our giant teddy bear that's sitting next to him. That
The Build-A-Bear.
He's curled up with.
Is he a Build-A-Bear?
No, I don't know. I don't even. He came here I forget how he got here.
You don't know how you got this bear?
I think Tom walked in one day and he was like, "I got a bear." I'm not kidding.
Who's Tom?
The father.
The bear's father.
Bear's father.
And then he abandoned him here.
Yeah,
That's
which
awful.
goes,
Well, I actually do know who Tom is, and I've had suspicions about his possible parenting skills for quite a long time.
Those are all confirmed now.
Those are all confirmed, but I'll take care of the bear.
But he can take care of a plant.
Oh, yeah?
No, I don't know. I was just guessing.
Oh,
All the
okay.
plants that, I love Tom. He might be a bad parent, but I love Tom, so.
All right. Well, let's go down quickly what's going on the site, and then we'll move on to Mr. Riedmiller.
You have a website?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You should
Jason,
check it out sometime.
Jay, do you have a website?
I do have a website.
Do you really?
I do.
I think I have one too.
Have you updated it lately? Because last time I checked,
It's still like Netscape
I
4.0.
have not. Oh, no, it's a very nice website.
No,
is
it
it?
does look good.
Designed by 329 Studios out of Bellefonte, PA.
Plug.
Didn't trust anybody around here?
No, Troy's much more talented than anybody in Scranton.
Get to your site.
As is his lovely wife, Melissa.
Get to your site before Riedmiller pisses off the entire Keystone State.
Bellefonte's in the Keystone State.
I know, but is it Belafonte or is it Bellefonte?
No, they pronounce that wrong, and they pronounce
Troop.
fucking Du Bois.
It's Dubois, isn't
It's
it?
Dubois.
Yeah.
And there's an entire city of people that go around calling it
Dubois?
Du Bois. Du Bois, Pennsylvania.
Dubois.
Bellefonte, Pennsylvania.
Troop is still Troop.
There's a lot of French,
I don't care what anybody
French
says.
mispronunciations going on in the state of Pennsylvania.
A lot of French here.
There are.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette when she was like, let them eat cake, and they wanted to kill her.
Yeah.
She actually had a place that she was going to come. I swear to God, she was going to come to Pennsylvania. That's not a joke.
That's not a joke.
That's not a joke. It's up.
I'm
It's
going to have to.
It's the Marie. Oh my God, I forget what it's called, but it's up by Towanda. I was actually there over the summer. I swear to God. Before she got her head lopped off, that's where she was supposed to go.
Fair enough. I wonder
yeah.
if Towanda's pronounced correctly.
It has to be. Phonetically, it is what it is.
Right.
Towanda.
Yeah, that's the good thing about
Or
the
Toanda.
Native American named towns.
Yeah. The French ones they'll just mispronounce all over the place, but the Native American ones will get. Susquehanna has always been Susquehanna.
Yeah, Lackawanna.
Yeah. Light. Nah. I was going to say Lycoming, but I'm like, that's not a.
I
don't think that was a Native American.
That's a Native American.
I don't think that was like a Native American battle cry.
No.
Here come the British, Lycoming.
So, Rich, didn't you have some stuff to say?
Yeah, some stuff.
I'm totally going to screw this up today.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm sorry beforehand, Jay. I might.
We have the photos from the photos and video from the midwinter showcase that we did that Riedmiller was at. You enjoyed yourself, didn't you?
The comedians were excellent.
Thank you.
Try the veal.
Here all week.
No, was it good? Like I didn't get. See, I have his.
It was fun.
I have his
well-run.
account, and then what I saw on. But it would be nice to get like an audience member because you kind of like you have a lot of criticism in you. So how was the event for you?
I enjoyed myself.
Did you like everybody or?
The comedians were excellent.
Yeah. How did Dan do hosting? I hung out with Dan Friday.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah.
Dan was really good.
Kept it moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. The videos will be up, so you can judge for yourself, Mark. You can see everything that went on. We have
I'll be so critical.
Please leave angry YouTube comments, and then we can bring it up in the last word.
I'm gonna change my name to Gary Oldman, and I will just leave stuff there.
Okay.
But now we know.
Shit. I usually don't think things through. I'm like a shoot first, aim later. Yeah. So that happened.
I've heard that a lot about you.
Well, my social life gets around.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 3 guys in a room talking.
Now it can never be said that NEPA Scene does not have a variety of content. Let's see, our photo packages this week alone, including the showcase, go from Murder by Death. Then we have Behemoth and Cradle of Filth, and Rhythm of the Dance. So
it's an eclectic mix.
Yeah. I mean, and festive with Rhythm of the Dance. And
what is Rhythm of the Dance?
That's the Irish step dancers. Remember that was popular like years ago.
Flatley?
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that stuff. Remember when it was like everywhere?
Yeah, it was all of a sudden. It was just like the fiddly diddly diddly diddly.
And then there was like 100 ripoff versions of that too. Like there was 100 other dance groups.
I believe he retired actually.
Do you?
Yeah, it's all right.
Because river dancing lasted about as long as, to bring up last week's topic that blew my mind, was remember the XFL?
Uh-huh. I do.
That's about as fast as long as river dancing lasted, was as long as Vince McMahon's football league.
Yeah, well, it was Vince McMahon's football league, so.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the money and you're like, football should be done this way.
I would start a football league.
If you had enough money?
Uh-huh.
What would your rules be? Like what would be one of like the major rules that's different from professional like NFL sports?
It would essentially take all of the protection rules that are in the modern game away.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So you want to have like the Roman Coliseum?
No. I just want it to be like 1950s football, but at the speed it's played now.
With leather helmets.
No. You can keep. I just mean the ridiculous rules like roughing the quarterback and knocking down the punter, and you can't like slap people in the.
Why was the 50? Why people in the 50s were just like, you cannot have this ball, I will slap you?
Oh yeah.
Really?
What was his name? Deacon Jones?
I don't know. You're looking at me like I know.
Known. I believe he played for the Colts, and he was like known for like ear slapping people, and people were terrified of him.
Because he would ear slap somebody. That's horrible.
Giant man, and they used to have holes in the side of the helmets,
right?
And he would basically rupture people's eardrums.
Oh my! I didn't know any of this about the NFL.
He has said like if he had to play today, he would be thrown out of the game.
So he was like the slap shot hockey brothers version of football in the 50s.
Much scarier.
He was worse.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh huh.
All right. Well, we'll have to.
I really hope I have his name right now, Deacon Jones.
If not,
who's actually the sax player for?
I'm pretty sure he's dead. So I'm not.
It's not like Deacon Jones is going to hit you up and be like,
no, he's not going to show up at my apartment in Southside.
Why don't you give him more explicit directions? Jesus Christ. Now you give him a vicinity.
It's by Italo's restaurant, the best Mexican food in Scranton.
Who's this guy that said I used to ear slap people?
I just love plugging things that
that's what you should do. Like
I have no investment in.
Yeah. You're like, I just love, my whole day is brought to you by Huggies.
Things I like. Oh man. Huggies.
What does that even mean? You had like the dreamy eyes when you just went like Huggies.
My ex-girlfriend has a son who's great, and I've been changing diapers for like the last 6 months.
Even while she's your ex?
Well, we're still friends. I help her out.
Well, that's a nice guy of you.
And I like the kids, so yeah.
You're like Jerry Maguire. Why? What's wrong with that?
I don't remember anything but Show Me the Money.
You remember the dude who ear slapped people in the 50s, but you can't remember one.
The dude who ear slapped people in the 50s is much cooler than Tom Cruise.
But you don't remember You Had Me at Hello. You can't remember
that line too.
Yeah.
But Show Me the Money stands out more. Well, Renee Zellweger.
Lemon face? Lion face. Lemon face.
Oh, God.
Do you see what she looks like now?
I have not seen her.
Totally different. She had like a plastic surgery or something like that. And
really?
She doesn't look like she just ate a lemon. She really does. If you think about it, look at it. She really looks. She just has like this puss on all the time, where she's just like
just a puss.
Yeah, something didn't taste right. You know who else had that face?
Like she smelled a bad fart.
No, you know who else had that face? I used to Chloe from 24.
Yeah, I never watched.
You never watched 24?
You didn't enjoy The State, and you're mad at me for not watching 24.
Yeah, I really didn't like The State.
How could you not like The State?
I just didn't. It wasn't my brand of humor.
Oh.
Nothing really is though. I'm really not into comedies.
How do you feel about Monty Python? Kids in the Hall. Come on, you had to love Kids in the Hall.
I liked Crush Your Head. Yeah.
Mr. Heavyfoot goes on a date? Come on.
Kids in the Hall was good. Kids in the Hall was good. Monty Python was always, the movies were good, but the skits were hit or miss.
What was the kid with cancer's name?
Oh my God, that was awful. That was an awful skit.
They made a whole movie about that.
No, and the Kids in the Hall?
Yeah, Brain Candy.
Brain Candy was brilliant.
Yes, it was a great movie.
Brain Candy is one of those movies where it's like, that happened. And you don't feel, and you kind of feel bad about it, but you're entertained.
It's like Dirty Work and Freddie Got Fingered.
No,
you don't want
Freddie.
to admit that you like those movies.
Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald?
Yeah.
I'll admit Dirty Work, but Freddie Got Fingered now.
And the guy who's the father on the Goldbergs now. Don't know his name.
Jeff Garlin.
Is that his name?
The big guy from Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah, he's from
Jeff
lots of
Garlin.
things.
Yeah, that's his name.
That
he has a
show's really
podcast, you know.
By the way, ABC's The Goldbergs. Also very funny. It's plug.
Are you getting like checks?
Plug number 3. I'm hoping. I'm hoping it leads to something. You know, I hear this podcast gets 200 views a week.
At least. Sometimes more.
Sometimes we get 201.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's because I listened to it twice.
I'll just put it on while I'm in the shower and let it play.
You're going to take a long shower?
There you go.
I always do.
You're going to take, so you're taking a steamer.
I like a good 45-minute shower.
Because you think.
Uh-huh.
Do you run through the S's or you just take the shower?
Run through the S's?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Shit shave shower?
Oh, yeah, I do them in that. Well, no, I don't shave. I haven't shaved.
So it takes you 45 minutes for 2 of the S's.
Oh no, the first S is completely
like
not
6
in the
minutes.
time.
So that you take a 45-minute shower?
Some days, a lot of days.
Wow.
Yeah,
You got a lot to make up for though.
I'm
Cleaning
not
yourself off. That's what you're doing.
not gonna get involved in that. I happen to be a changed man. I don't live the way I used to.
All right, keep going because I want to get to your change.
Okay.
Oh my God, does he have more shit to list?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
We did a short film premiere the other day of My Zombie Flick, which is a new film by Bobby Keller.
I got to.
Oh, thank God that exists.
We've talked about Bobby quite a few times on the podcast.
If Bobby's listening,
Mike Gavin.
and Mike was in it.
Yeah.
Mike was in it.
Yep.
That's the best thing. Mike Gavin. He has his own T-shirts.
If Bobby's listening, I made it to the. Bobby listens every week. I swear to God. At least that's what he says. He might be a liar. I don't know.
We'll find out this week, won't
Yeah, we will. I made it to the end of that, and I was like, "What just happened?" I watched it through, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
The title sequence and the fucking music he picked were just like mind blowing.
Yeah, it was some weird.
I was watching. I was like,
shit.
"Holy shit!" Like this is and it's great because it's like written and directed by Bobby Keller, and it literally goes from the left of the screen to the right of the screen. I love Bobby. Bobby's amazing.
We're getting some likes on the Instagrams I post.
I know, Jay.
Nice.
Yeah, did you get any feedback on that? Were people like, what just happened?
Oh, we did get one, and I'll read that comment.
Okay.
And the last word.
All right, great. Is it negative? Is it just like a tease? Is it negative or positive?
Oh yeah, it's negative.
But did Bobby write it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but he laughed about it.
Oh, he's got such a good sense of humor. Man.
Actually, there was a bunch of people on my personal Facebook who enjoyed it, but the one comment that we actually got on the site was a guy who I'll
just get to it. Yeah,
I'll leave that for the last.
Little bit of last word foreplay.
Okay, and then the big announcement, of course, that we teased last week. We finally made it.
Dun dun dun.
NEPA Scene's Got Talent. The
enthusiasm was just.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing.
NEPA Scene's
I'll say right away that I'm not a huge fan of the name, but I understand why T suggested it because people know what it is right away. They understand that.
Yeah, but see, he's
a good marketer.
He's very good at what he does, and I don't think, T is one of those guys that like he sees it and he's going for it. Like he'll see. He's like when James Cameron like woke up from a nightmare and drew the T-1000.
Yeah,
he's like, or the T-800 because he's like, I just saw like this metal endoskeleton, and that's what like, and he went for it and made a $1 billion franchise out of it. But T's like one of those guys where it's just like he's like, here's what I think we should do, and you just roll with it.
Well, he was very.
And there's not even like a lot of finger crossing. It's just like, let's just go.
He was very convincing right away because he wanted when back when we were doing the open mics in Wilkes-Barre, he was like, "You should totally bring that here. We can do a lot more with it." And I'm like, "Well, I think that's a good idea." And we'll talk about it more. And he's just like, "No, we're doing that."
Yeah, he didn't even give you the option to like back it out.
Yeah, I mean, and if you've heard the I think it was around episode 4 we did the podcast with
T and Vinny.
With T and Vinny, T runs Thirsties and Oliphant, and Vinny runs the V Spot in Scranton. And they talked a lot about the business and stuff like that. So I mean, they've been around the block. They know what they're talking about. So he definitely convinced me right away that it was a good idea and it was something to pursue. So we kind of took the idea with the open mics that we've been doing, where it's kind of like a friendly competition. You can show up and just have fun and do whatever you want, or if you're really interested, you can try to push a more honed performance and try to win the audience vote that night. And if you win the audience vote, you'll get $50 cash. And don't
tell the IRS or Lauren that you're getting cash.
Yeah, that you get the headlining spot the following open mic, and then the winners, the 12 winners, after we do this event every week for 12 weeks. We take the 12 winners and they face off against each other for a grand prize, which is a trip to tour the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. While you're there, you can see a Indians game. There's free tickets for the Indians game.
Yep.
No comments from you, Riedmiller. I figured because you're a
it's so close
guy.
to Pittsburgh, man.
I was tapping my fingers on the bear and realized that this was being videotaped, and it might have looked like I was molesting Tom Jr.
But he's got a smile. I think he's an adult.
Yeah,
which
fine.
would really,
I'm 34 and I'm a junior, so I wouldn't really.
I'm number 1.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm the only Jason Riedmiller.
Thank God.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm the only Jason Edward Riedmiller. Apparently, somewhere else in America, I believe in Kentucky, there is a Jason Charles Riedmiller.
We should get you guys on a Skype call and
But
film
you know
it.
what? Fuck him.
I know, right? All right, back to your thing.
We should pull up his Facebook page and post it on NEPA Scene.
That's what we should get. He'll get inundated.
By the way, this guy says "fuck you." Your
the
call.
Other Jason Riedmiller.
Your move, Jason Charles Riedmiller.
I'm not 100% sure about the Charles. I think that's
fair enough.
On your thing though, like you got to think about it as like he knows, like T knows how to run his business, like the bar business, right?
Yep.
In the same way that he's not going to tell you how to run a website.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's like, here's what'll work up here, and you just kind of and you go with it, and you go with almost a blind faith because you trust people, and I trust T to a fault, and this just as much as I love Conor O'Brien to a fault.
The good thing is that we already have a built-in crowd from what we've been doing.
Now you're moving it north.
Yeah,
you're migrating.
We have a lot of comedians and musicians and poets, a really great group of people that have been coming every single week. Even a magician. And so I think they're all going to come, and we're also going to, I think, reach a different audience because you have people who didn't want to cross the line from Lackawanna to Luzerne County. You have the people who didn't want to drive up the highway. Well, now you're
up the line.
Yeah, you go right up Main Avenue, and there you are. I mean, it's I live on the edge of Scranton into Taylor, and it takes me 15, 20 minutes to get there. So it's not a far drive, and it's a great location, great venue. So I think
the food's fantastic.
The food is great.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think it's going to be cool. And we've got a lot of really cool people involved. Fireball Whiskey is involved. LT Verastro is involved. Great Lakes Brewing Company, who also are offering a free tour with the whole vacation package thing.
And first place gets $500.
Yes, you get $500, and they get a session here too, right?
Yeah, we haven't figured out what that is because we're always so like the Jimmy runs the Stewed, so the Stewed, like we're trying to figure out like we're those weird guys where it's like we'll give you 8 hours, and then it's like, well, we'll give you 8 days, well, we'll give you 8 weeks. You know what I mean? Because it's like if we fall in love with it, then we just I don't know, we just kind of do what we do because we're suckers.
In other words,
we can't take our money with us when we die.
The winner better be good.
Well, that's what I said to Jimmy. I said, the great thing about this is like whoever wins, they're good.
Right.
They might be. I don't know. I have honestly, like on the edge of the horizon, I have no idea who it could possibly be or what, and they could be an absolute pain in the ass to work with, and they could be an absolute dream to work with. I don't know, but either way, man, we're in it for the long haul.
Yeah, because the last time we did this, we did the showcase with all the winners, and now this is going to kind of pit the winners against each other, and then we're going to have a panel of judges, basically, like you would see on a Got Talent kind of show.
Yeah, but it's friendly competition. It's not, I think competition breeds creativity. I think it's going to make, everybody kind of up their A game a little bit. And I think that's why I'm not going to be on stage at all.
Well, I don't want people to get the impression that, like, okay, if you don't win one week, you can't come back or whatever. It is that open mic. You
can try 12 times.
Exactly. It's that open mic, and everybody is very open-minded, especially the group that we got to our previous events are really cool people, really open-minded, and they were very supportive. If they screwed up one time, it's like, oh no, you'll get it next time, and then they come in the next time.
But then you get positive reinforcement too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everybody's has constructive. At least that's what I heard from. Look, I'm so sorry for not going to all the other ones, but through that event and through doing this podcast, I met a lot of the people who participated in that, and the main thing I got was like, man, it's like a workshop, where you get like tons of constructive criticism and positive reinforcement, and it seems, at least from the people that I've met from you doing that, like there's not really an ego. There's no ego amongst anybody.
Yeah,
it's really cool, and it's really supportive, and it's really nice to see that. Because you had a germ of an idea that's now.
Yeah, I mean, because this was a total experiment to see if it was going to take off, and credit goes, of course, to John Daw for coming up with the format and that concept, and it ended up working really, really well. So, we wanted to bring that to a venue that was going to push that more and support that more, and Thirsties is definitely.
You will get no better support than Thirsties Bar and Grill and Elephant.
Yeah,
we're Thirsties.
I'm sure you're gonna hear us a lot on the radio.
Is Gina gonna be there?
Yeah, she's the bar manager, man.
I love those commercials.
They're awesome. How about you still taking Instagrams of us? Do you remember what you said to me when Instagram first came out?
Oh yeah. Well, clearly you do not read any articles on NEPA Scene, or you would already have the answer to the question you're about to pose.
No, I brought it up in a podcast that you said that.
Yeah, because we're gonna assume that maybe some people did not hear
it's the guitar hero of photography.
Yep, that's exactly
I know what I said.
I know, but you're still doing it.
Yeah, but I'm good at it. I'm a photographer. Most people who Instagram suck.
Do I suck?
I don't follow you.
How do you?
Wow.
You You just gave me shit like right before where you're like, how come you don't look at my pictures, man? You don't look at mine?
No.
That's so like it's back rub for back rub, man. Like you can't just like
I don't do
you can't be selfish. You're so selfish.
I am.
I know. What else?
No, let's go. No, let's
still doing that.
No, we're going into you now. We're talking about
I
you.
nodded out for a couple minutes there.
You were curled up with Tom Jr. there.
I was curled up with Tom Jr. I did an Instagram stating that you guys have not talked to me in at least 5 minutes, and then put it in front of the camera there so the people would know.
Or you could just tell them.
That'll
work
only
too.
most of the show is about you, not the whole show.
We can do limited.
So why are you so angry?
Yeah, you're in a surly mood today. So
I was actually in a very good mood all day.
But
and then I invited you here.
Then you invited me here, which seemed like a good idea at first, and then I thought more.
What were you doing when he asked you?
I was delivering pharmaceuticals to hospice patients.
Come on. So wait, this didn't seem like this podcast didn't seem like a good alternative to like the rest of
man. I had the what happened today. I was at I won't say where it was. I was in Oliphant, Pennsylvania, where Thirsties Bar and Grill is. And we used to, when we were kids, I'm on a tangent now.
Go.
When we were kids now, we would call people T's, which started out, I believe, I'm not entirely sure if myself or Jack Fallon coined it. We called people troopers that thought they were tough guys because they all look the same and we're mostly from West Side.
So you started calling everybody a T.
It was a Star Wars reference. We started calling them stormtroopers, then we just started calling them troopers, and then it just got shortened to T. And then the T meaning went from trooper to tough. Like we would it would be like an insult to people that like, look at that tough.
You'd call them a tough?
Yeah, tough. And yeah, what was I talking about originally?
I don't know, picking on people. That's where you're a bully.
You were an elephant.
Earlier today. Yeah. I was an elephant earlier today, delivering pharmaceuticals to hospice patients and other people. The other people tend to be miserable pricks, though. The hospice patients are always nice.
Okay, so something funny.
That's interesting.
There were these two ladies in wheelchairs sitting in the lobby, and a man in a wheelchair rolled out. And the one lady was like, "Oh, you came to show me how good you look today?" And the other lady in the wheelchair was like, "I think you came to see me." And the lady looks at her and she goes, "Oh, what was her fucking name? I don't remember. We'll just say it was Ethel." She looks at her. She's like, "I don't think so, Ethel." These wheelchair people were fighting like 7th graders over a boy.
Of you?
No, just this other dude in a wheelchair rolled in. No,
so you just sit back and take Instagram photos of them?
Yeah, no, I actually bring my camera with me. Well, I'm imagining we'll get to that tonight.
About you being a photographer?
Yeah,
and we can get to it right now if you want.
I mean, it was a good segue.
Exactly. So let's take it. So you have a show that just opened on First Friday at Loyalty Barber Shop in downtown Scranton.
Yes, with Tom Jr.'s father and Keith Barbuti are also photographers in the show.
That's right.
At Loyalty Barber Shop, who gave me this nice beard trim.
Yeah, which you should go there for a trim and then check out the photos.
Can you grow facial hair?
Yeah, actually,
facial hair.
I know, but like I can't. Like I always look like remember the kid who was like 11 years old and was like, yeah,
I can go a pretty good beard.
That's all I got.
My mustache kind of.
Has anybody seen JP Biondo from Cabinet lately?
No,
he's got a mustache.
Really? No. What was the? I think I just saw like a Justin Bieber meme where it was like. His body says 20, but his mustache says 12, something like that. Oh. I don't know. I can't grow. This is like a month.
Really?
Oh yeah. I can't. I look like I'm totally prepubescent when it comes to facial hair.
If I didn't shave for a month, I really don't know what would happen.
No, this is like when I don't shave for a month, I just look unwell. Like I don't look homeless, unkempt or anything. I just look unwell. I look sickly. So like, and then I have to it's like strange to me for me to buy razors because I'm just like, all I'm doing is just like avoiding people making fun of me. That's all. That a razor is preventative maintenance. Like I would love to have like one of those big like Paul Bunyans just once in my life. I'd also love to be like svelte someday, but that's never going to happen either.
I'm getting close to svelte.
You look fantastic. Can I just say honestly, like you look fantastic.
Thank you.
And I'm not doing this from like we're on The View. You look really good, man. And I don't know. And what's your secret?
Yeah, what have you been doing? Working out?
Yeah.
Have you really?
Mm-hmm.
You can't. No, I can't see that.
I run 6 miles a day.
No, you don't.
I've gone vegan.
Did you really go vegan? I can't tell if you're telling me the truth.
I smoke a lot of cigarettes, really. My weight loss really correlated with my starting smoking again.
Yeah, but did you really like go vegan and start running?
Fuck no.
Oh, all right. So you're still eating like double cheeseburgers and
No. I do eat less too.
What perpetuated that?
Perpetuated what?
To be like, it's time for a change.
Oh, nothing.
You just felt like doing. What do you mean it just happened? Are you okay?
No thought involved. Yeah, I'm great. I'm healthy.
You just want to make sure you're healthy.
I'm healthy as a bear. Is that even an expression? Horse?
I don't know. Ask the bear.
Either.
You're sitting
I
next
think the
to
bear's right. Yeah, you look about as healthy as that inanimate object.
Tom Jr., would you like to say something into the mic?
And this is where everyone turns off.
I want to see how long we can keep it going.
It's too long. I already feel uncomfortable. I swear to God, after 17 episodes of this, you were by far the most uncomfortable guest we've ever had.
I knew that was going to happen. I don't want to be here.
Tom.
I love you, Rich.
Says the guy who agreed to come on. I gave you an out.
That was before I thought about it.
Yeah, but I gave you an out.
You did.
And
what was his out?
I said if you don't want to, it's cool.
That was his out?
Yeah, that was it. Simple as that.
Do you want a salad or no? And he's like, all right, I'll take the salad.
Yeah, right.
All right.
And then he's going to bitch about the salad.
Oh, you're never going to hear the end of this.
Yeah, I know.
All right. You have questions?
Well, I wanted to finish about the show that he has at Loyalty because that ties into the hospice patients. Can you tell us about that?
It does?
How did the show come about?
Yeah.
Anthony asked me if I would be in a show at Loyalty Barber Shop for the March 1st Friday.
And you went, yeah, sure.
I went, sure.
Did he give you an out?
No, I didn't want an out. And then I thought, oh, what am I going to do?
And then you chose to take the portraits that you've been taking lately.
Well, I've been taking the portraits. I've been gearing up for it for a long time. When this job was offered to me at first, I was like, I don't want a job. I haven't had a job in 10 years.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. I'm like, man, that would be some really interesting people to photograph. So I started doing this job and spent about 5 months getting to know the people I really wanted to photograph. But still, I was worried that people might find this work exploitive or, I don't know, just have bad feelings about it. But then a good friend of mine said, no, you really need to do this. This is actually something important, more important than photographing rock stars and celebrities. So
I wouldn't disagree.
So I still wasn't doing it. And then like 2 of the people that I was really hoping to photograph died. So I thought, well, you should probably
get on that.
Probably get rolling on this. And it's gotten a really positive response. Like the people at the pharmacy, which I actually won't plug here.
I mean, did you have to ask their permission? Like, hey, is it okay if I?
Well, I ask everybody whose photograph I'm taking.
No, but I mean, like the people you work for.
No, I just started doing it.
So they just found out.
The first person who liked the first picture I put on Instagram, which is at Jason Riedmiller, RIEDMILLER, on Instagram on your smartphone or device. What is or device?
Tablet.
So that's it?
That could be your Kindle, could be your iPad, could be your
But why don't they
Zoom.
just say your tablet then? Why do they use this vague term of
because
on your smartphone on your smartphone?
No, because
or device.
Because that's what they could be. Because you can't because it's just too many damn things to name. You either say smartphone or device, which is your iPad or your.
So why don't they just shorten it to device? A phone is a device.
Jay, I'm not in the marketing meetings for these guys. Like, I don't know why.
Oh, Jesus, you have marketing meetings. You know how they
go. Yeah,
go.
but never. We've like Apple's never called me and said, should we stick with smartphone or device, or what do you think? And I'm like, well, this guy I know that takes photos said, like, can't we just make it device?
I enjoy an economy of words. I think it should just be on your device.
Yeah, but then poems are broken down to like one. You know what I mean? There's beauty in words. You know? Like, does that make sense? I don't know.
The greatest poem in the world would have to only be one word.
Exactly. What would that word?
My favorite word is pants.
Not a good poem.
Can you think of like we do those poetry things here? Can you imagine like, and our sacrificial poet is Jason Riedmiller from his device. And he gets up there and he goes, "Hi, I'm Jason Riedmiller. This poem is entitled Pants."
Oh, no, it's untitled.
This is untitled. And he goes, "Pants." And then just like walks away.
But what am I talking about? There's 2 very specific definitions for that word.
For pants?
Yeah.
What the? Are you going to tell me these 2 like you did for surly? Or are you going to tell me that?
Pants, like dungarees, as my father would call them.
That might be my favorite word.
He was in the Navy.
Okay.
They call them dungarees.
All right. I'm with you, brother.
And then, like pants, like a dog. Like panting because they're hot. That dog pants excessively. Those are the only 2 definitions for that word. And they're so bizarre that they're homonyms.
Holy
deep
shit.
Yeah, that's some deep shit right there.
Pants is my favorite word in the English language, everybody.
Who laced the microphones? You are one of the most bizarre individuals.
I'm sober now.
So am I. Wait, you're totally sober?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? Like you're
sober.
Nothing?
Nothing.
When did that happen?
This weekend. Hey, you got to start somewhere, motherfucker.
Yeah, but weren't you sober last weekend too?
No.
So wait, so you decided this weekend you're like, all right, I'm done.
Uh-huh.
Isn't this like the 7th time you've decided you're done?
Lady's got a right to change her mind.
That's true. Oh, did you?
Thank you for your support.
Wait, was it my? No. Wait, was it my 31st or my 32nd? It was my 31st birthday. Do you remember that?
Your 31st birthday?
My 31st birthday. I think it was my 31st. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was my 31st birthday.
No.
Okay.
If you remind me, I'm sure I will.
It's my 31st birthday.
We got that.
And I think
Just
we started
remember,
off.
my mother's probably going to listen to this.
You should stop cursing.
She doesn't curse.
So I think we started at Tracks, and I was not drinking. We were just hanging out, and we moved, and we found an errant Riedmiller.
Was it me?
It was you.
It wasn't my cousin?
No, it was you. It was you. You're like, I'm bombed, and I'm like, well, do you want to hang out with us? Because I'm sober, and you're like, yeah, all right. And then we went to the backyard.
How long did I last?
We went to the backyard ale house.
Oh my God, I do remember this now.
Okay. And then we went to the backyard ale house, and I was dating somebody at the time.
Yeah, I remember her too.
I was waiting for my midnight birthday kiss.
Who gave that to you?
A man by the name of Jason Riedmiller gave me an on the lips 31st birthday. I said, Jay, nobody's around. I said, there's nobody to kiss me. He goes, I'll do it.
That did not require me being drunk to do that, by the way.
No, and it was weird because like we weren't even like most times people do that as like an exhibition for like people to watch. We didn't even care if people saw us do it.
No, we were in the middle of the backyard ale.
Yeah, we were in the back. Everybody's having a good time, and I swear I didn't get a birthday kiss, and he goes, I'll do it. We
got some looks from some puffs.
So we got some looks for some teas. So we kissed, and then the world went back to normal. And there was probably 24 people in there who were like looked at the right moment to see two dudes, total hetero dudes,
burly dudes.
Yeah, two big guys. I was holding like two purses.
I was and you were kicking around probably 250 back then.
Yeah, you were big. It was like bear love.
Yeah, it was. There's magazines devoted to that.
Yes, but it wasn't like a bear cub.
Bear magazine. That's plug number 4.
So it was two dudes. So I'll never forget that, man. So thank you that you were there to give me my birthday kiss at midnight.
You're very welcome, and thank you for reminding me because I did.
Did you forget about it?
Totally forgot about that.
Did you really?
I did.
That's how I know we're friends.
Is this why you're sober now?
No, it took him 3 years for it to sink in. Where it's like
it was years ago.
I make choices.
These are the things that I do.
I do not make choices.
Do you remember?
I make decisions.
Do you remember? Do you remember why you stuck around that night?
We're not getting into that.
All right.
Not at all. I remember
because that's one of my favorite, like one sentence jokes I've ever heard.
Wait,
can I say it?
Oh God, I'm gonna regret this.
No, you're not gonna.
What?
I'm like, Jay, do you need a ride or anything like that? He's like, well, I asked my girlfriend's dad to pick me up, but he's drunker than I am.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
And I was like, that is one of the most brilliant things. I'm like, I'm so happy I moved back home.
Welcome back to Scranton.
Yeah.
Brian from Loyalty Barber Shop in Archbald gave me a ride home that night.
Did he really?
In his caddy. And
I think you got picked up at like 1 or so.
I think he woke up my entire neighborhood going down
with his caddy,
my dead end street in his caddy. And really funny thing, he was on the first date with his current wife when I asked him for that ride home.
That was the night?
And I didn't know this. I was bombed.
Seriously, wait, was that the night?
That was the night they were on their first date with the woman he married. And he left that date and drove me home.
Just so you can remind him, it was July 2nd, 2011 was the night that you did that.
And then he drove back to his date.
He's the
nicest guy.
He's that friend that will help you move.
We're not even that close. I mean, we're friendly. We get along real well.
Yeah, but
we don't have each other's phone numbers.
Well, how the hell did he give you a ride home?
I found him at the bog. That's Plug 5. The bog.
So wait.
41 Adams
Oh, that's right. You did leave to go to the bog. I think we went to the bog right after that.
Trivia tonight. Question night with Connor McGuigan.
Yeah, but this won't air till tomorrow.
Next Monday, there will be trivia at the bog at 341 Adams Avenue. Question night with Connor McGuigan.
Oh my God, you're relentless.
That's plug number 5.
Are you going to plug his podcast too? Because he does a podcast as well.
He has never invited me on, so no.
Oh,
well, fair enough.
wow.
Circus $2.
Wow, saucer of
Is
milk.
that it? No, Circus $1. Whatever.
Yeah.
Circus $1. Invite me on, fucker. I'll get it right.
All right, keep going with your line of questions.
Well, I want to finish about
Quiz.
this about these portraits. So they now when you asked them, were they very interested and open to that idea, or were they like, "What is this for?" and give you a million questions?
Nope. Everybody I asked was like, absolutely, you can take my photo.
That's
And
awesome.
do you give them a copy?
No. I probably
Nobody's
should.
ever asked?
With one woman who passed away since I took her photo, all of her neighbors asked for photos, so I gave them photos. But no one's ever asked. They're just like, sure, take my photo.
You know what's amazing under like that exterior like disposition that he has? Like deep down inside, he's really like a genuinely humanistic individual.
I am a humanist.
He
You
thinks
really
about
are.
the
I
deeper
am a
things, I
humanist.
think.
Yeah, I think, I'm starting to realize that about you is that you're almost like this Mother Teresa with a beard.
I am most definitely a humanist.
Yeah, you're you're the genuine article.
I think everybody is equally great and shitty at the same time. No, I'm 100% serious. Everybody is equally great and equally shitty.
We all have the
time.
same ability to create and the same ability to destroy.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of narrowing it down a little bit, but
But isn't that shitty and great at the same time?
yeah, it is. But I legitimately believe that. I don't think any single human being is any better than another human being, unless I get drunk and get in an argument with somebody. Then
You're better.
Then I'll just say horrible things to make them feel as bad about themselves as possible, even though I usually don't mean it.
Is this why you stopped drinking? Is it the truth serum?
No, it's not the truth serum. It's the I'm going to be really mean to you serum.
Why?
I will convince people they have problems they don't have. I have no doubt that yesterday I was having lunch at the Backyard Ale House.
Number 6.
That's plug number 6.
Yeah.
Parade Day is coming, everybody. The Bog Backyard Ale House.
So you're having lunch.
I'm having lunch, and somebody started, Kristen Powers,
Plug number 7.
Scranton made
8. Keep going.
That's a double plug.
That's
I like
is.
that. It's like plug 1 and plug 2. De la Soul.
Oh my God. Can you finish your lunch story?
Oh yeah, my lunch story.
Oh my, you forgot?
I did. I move forward like a shark, man. Like a shark.
You're not even, I don't even think you're taking time to even.
Anyway,
All right.
a man who I previously made cry at the first Peace Festival was sitting next to me.
Isn't the Beach Festival like a celebration of like love and life?
He made me mad, and I made him cry.
Okay.
I didn't know I made him cry until later when Brian Craig yelled at me for it. But
He's
I
like, dude, you made him cry. And you're
He
like,
did.
no, I
He
didn't.
did. No, actually, I laughed.
Oh, okay. So you're proving your point about people.
Exactly. Anyway, this same individual, somebody was asking me about Spencer Tunick, who's the photographer who takes the pictures of
the naked people.
Yeah, of the hundreds.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it got brought up, but I was like, I'm in a Spencer Tunick photograph. I was one of those naked people.
Were you really?
I was. And another person said to me like, oh, don't you think he does this just to get people to take their clothes off? And I was like, no, I think that's a really stupid Irish Catholic Scranton mentality.
That's what he does? Some of his stuff is gorgeous.
His stuff is amazing.
Right.
Except the picture I'm in. It sucks. It's his worst photo. He doesn't even like it. Like if you look it up, like you'll find like a black and white, like faded one that Fish posted because it happened at a Fish concert. Like you cannot find the photo I'm in anywhere. Well, you can, but it looks like shit.
So wait, you were in the most hated Spencer Tunick
I'm in the Spencer Tunick photo that Spencer Tunick doesn't
So you ruined
like.
it, basically.
Do you think it was you or the fish heads?
No. Well, I was a fish head at that time in life. Anyway, I said this about thinking like somebody's saying a photographer is just trying to get people to take their clothes off.
Right.
It's a very like Irish Catholic, Scrantonian, closed-minded
Right.
way of looking at it. And this man who I made cry turned and interjected himself into the conversation. He said, "So you think I'm a very Irish Catholic Scrantonian?" And I said, "Yes." And he walked out of the bar and never came back.
Wait, so
He didn't finish his lunch. He didn't finish his drink.
See, the real question I have here, though, is why does anyone listen to you?
I don't know. I'm an idiot.
That's what I wonder. Like, I just
I
go,
have
oh,
no
okay,
idea.
well, fuck. That's one guy's opinion.
Here's the thing. People ask me if I remember stuff. No, because I'm not even paying attention to me. I just do these things and move forward.
Right.
So did you get into photography because you're almost like the character from Memento? Like you need to take photos to remember what the fuck's going on in your world?
No, I got into photography because I knew that I'd never have the patience to draw Marvel comics because as much as I enjoyed drawing Wolverine and Spider-Man.
You just couldn't see it as a living?
No, I didn't see myself drawing buildings or other characters around them or cars or things.
So all you want to do is draw
I just wanted to do like
Spider-Man
covers.
That's it?
I wanted to do comic book covers.
So wait, that was as a kid, that's what you wanted to do?
That was what first I wanted to fly helicopters. And then my older brother, who was very mean to me, told me because I wore glasses, I could never fly. And then he wound up joining the Army and not flying, but working on helicopters every day and flying around in them because he's a dick. I think he may have
he did that.
I think he may have done that on purpose.
I'm not, I don't know your family, but it sounds like he did. It sounds like something, you would do as a kid.
Riedmiller would do.
Yeah, it sounds like a Riedmiller would do.
Plot his whole life just to get
just to be like
prove a point he made to me when I was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right. So anyway, no, I just always took pictures like at parties and stuff. I would like take my mother's point and shoot when I was a little kid.
So you started, I mean, you totally were a film dude.
Yeah.
When you started.
Yeah.
So how'd you gravitate from point and shoot to being like, this is what I want to?
Well, my other brother bought a Canon AE-1 to take to Iraq with him for Operation Desert Shield /Storm.
What was that, 90, 91, 90?
91.
Yeah, I think it was 90. I remember watching it on CNN.
Yeah. I remember watching it too and thinking, holy shit, my brother's
there. It was Desert Shield, and then it turned into Desert Storm.
And then Desert Storm. But he brought that camera back and had no want for it, and I took it. And I still have it.
So how old were you?
When he came back from Iraq?
Yeah, when he handed you the camera.
15.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And then I went to college and wanted to be an English major and realized that sucked. So I dropped out, started delivering auto parts for DG Nicholas.
Number 9. So where'd you go to college?
Penn State.
Worthington or Maine?
I went to Worthington, where I dropped out of, and then when I went back, I went to Maine.
So you dropped out,
mm-hmm.
Said, I'm going to deliver auto parts.
I never said that. That's just...
You dropped out, happened to fall into...
Delivering auto parts was a big encouragement in going...
Back to school?
Back to school. But then when I went back to school, I was like, wait a minute. I don't want to be an English major. I just want to take photos all the time. And then somebody was like, you can...
You can do that.
You can do that. You can go to school for that. And I was like, oh, wow. How about that?
So you went to school for photography at Penn State?
Yes.
Did you graduate?
I did.
Would you do that? So what was your... I'm sorry if I'm stealing any of this. What was college life like for you being the film photographer?
College life for me was, it was interesting because I didn't drink at the time.
Your whole life is just peaks and valleys, man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't drink from the time I was like 16 until I was 27.
And then you're just like, why not?
Then I was like, I've had enough of that.
All right. So when did you go back to college? You were 19, 20, 21?
It was 96, so I was 20.
Okay.
I went back.
Because I didn't go to college until I was 24.
I graduated when I was 23.
All right. So what was it like? What was it like being at State College? I mean, that's an infamous party town.
Yeah.
And you're sober, so you get to see like the best of the best and the worst of the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very interesting.
Did you work for the paper there? Did you do stuff?
A little bit, but not much. I wasn't into that at the time.
So what were you mainly focusing on while you were there? What would your discipline be?
Just portrait photography, basically.
That's what you stuck doing
now. Yeah.
Never anything else? Never just like, oh, here's
I've
like a
tried
building?
doing other things. Yeah, no. I've tried photographing buildings and like trees and whatnot. And
just don't like it?
Other people, I guess, do it well. But I'm bored with anything that isn't people.
Is it because of the social interaction, or is it just because you think there's a moment there in time that...
I think there's a moment there in time. And I do like the social interaction of it. It's, I don't know. It's just what I do.
Yeah, I feel like when you look at a lot of, especially your portraits, there's just like a moment, and you feel like there's a story behind everyone. Like you can look at each one and say, oh, okay, there's something behind this one, there's something behind that one, and usually there is, because we talked about that. We did a story on one that you did at the Bog a while back, a show that you did there. And we talked about how some of the portraits had interesting stories. Like I always liked the story about the waste management guys.
Oh yeah, they were
at the concert,
best, man, at the governor's ball.
Yeah,
what was that?
Well, I photograph a lot of concerts.
Yeah,
I tend to be. They'll be like me and 3 other dudes that are like in their late 30s or 40s, or sometimes even somebody in their 50s. Most concert photographers these days are stupid kids.
Oh, here we go. This is like, thank God I stuck with the gobstopper, because now we're getting to it. All right.
So they will bitch and complain about stuff.
The kids.
Yeah, like not getting into the pit soon enough, or, this band is playing at this time, and they're just going on about bitching about stupid shit.
Yeah.
We were sitting waiting to get into the pit for Jack White, which there were only 8 photographers.
Where was this, in Philly?
No, Randall's Island.
Okay.
There were only 8 photographers approved to shoot Jack White.
Right. How many of them were these kids that you don't like?
Like 3.
Okay.
But they all showed up to shoot it anyway, even though they knew they weren't getting allowed in. And they're all bitching and complaining. I'm like, you guys are maybe not getting paid to be here like me, but you're at least here for free, seeing all your favorite bands.
Right. So shut up.
Like, shut the fuck up, because there's people here who are literally cleaning up our shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, somebody's job here is cleaning up shit.
Was there a Was it a festival?
Yeah, it's called the Governor's Ball Music Festival.
Okay. Now I know what it is. Yeah, I know.
That's
I
10.
know.
That's 10 plugs.
One of them's going to get you a check, a residual
so.
or something.
I hope so. I'm hoping Thirsties,
because they're local and they might know you.
They might actually give me something. I don't think Huggies is.
They're not going to get you or Governor's Ball or
no, not after hearing this. They're certainly not.
So what happened? So these kids are bitching.
So the next day, just out of like sheer coincidence, I met some of the people that were cleaning up shit.
Really?
So I asked them, how they were enjoying their weekend, and they were these 2 guys from, I think it was Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not sure exact. They were from some island in the South Atlantic.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is great. Free music, pretty girls. It's beautiful out. We're having a great time. So the guys cleaning up shit had a better perspective on the weekend than these people who didn't pay to be there.
Really?
Yeah, and we're not talking like the shit on the ground. Like they're doing the porta potties.
They were sucking. I took their photo, and they actually have shit on them.
And they were having.
That's got
to give you perspective, man.
Checking out the white women.
That's got to give that. But that's got to give you perspective.
Listening to bands.
Did you have like when they said that? Did you have this moment where you're like?
I was like, "Can I take your photo?"
Yeah, but I'm like, did it anger you a little bit?
That they said that?
No. That the previous day, like
I was already
these kids,
angry about that. It angered me more.
So when these guys are like, we're having a great time, you got angrier.
No, I didn't get angry at that. I just kind of had a chuckle and did their photo.
That's incredible.
And it shows too, because that stuff is that was your favorite photo from that whole shoot. You shot Jack White, you shot a lot of other big names that day, but that was the best one on all of them. And
it was great.
So it goes to show it's not necessarily about the gig or these big portfolio builders, or I have to get like the top stars or anything like that, because there are a lot of other people shooting those people.
Yeah, but a photograph is just like a photograph can change the world.
Yeah,
if done right.
I don't know about mine.
Yeah, but why can't you? Like, why can't you think of yourself that way? Like, okay, so what do you? Let's ask this. So, I mean, like when you present your photography, like you're doing at Loyalty, do you call that a show or an exhibition, or do you
Just a show?
Just a show. So when you like what? So you've been doing this, probably safe to say, like 20 years. You've been taking photos. At least, I mean, not including. Oh yeah, but like, I mean,
professionally.
Yeah, from like going like to college to like now.
If you count college, 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
And have you seen like this weird? Because you came from film.
I did. There was no digital when I started.
Right, and
well, there was, but people.
Yeah, but every roll cost you.
Yes.
Like you needed to know what you were doing.
Yes.
Otherwise, you've wasted $12 or whatever on that roll of film.
They were only like $3 back then.
Well, that's because it was getting phased out.
No, that's because everybody was using it and it was cheap. Now that
supply and demand.
Now it's extremely expensive. It is like $12 a roll now.
So did you develop your own photos?
Mm-hmm.
So did you see? So there was more care and time taken in a single photo.
Oh, absolutely.
Back then,
which I'm even like now. I'll shoot like 500 photos.
But I mean, have you seen like a change in, a lot of people, like if they can get paid for their art, they're a little bit grateful for it. Like, so do you see between then and now where like there's this weird change of like being like, with the I need it now generation, like instead of like taking the time and going to where you're at right now, or are you just like, I'm part of it?
Oh, I'm most definitely part of it, but fuck them because I'm better than them. Well, I mean, there's definitely been a drop off in quality. Like people, I mean, like what I say about Instagram, like that's 90% of the stuff on Instagram is garbage. Like it shouldn't exist.
Or food.
It shouldn't exist. And then, I mean, that even extends to people who are photographers. Buying a nice digital camera and going out and taking pictures does not
make you a photographer.
Make you a photographer at all. It makes you a person with a nice digital camera who's out taking pictures.